Here is a practical example for ice modeling. Here are the normal elements that were made from just the organic modeling tool set that we have. And actually here is the wheel. This is the result of the wheel, and it uses the create copies from polygon mesh. It also uses here the wheel roots, so that if I were to say duplicate one of these nulls and move it along, it automatically adds that wheel. So it's using a wheel just for the placement of the part of the final result, but also adds a nice little set of controls there. If I delete that, it removes it from the group, and therefore it's automatically being read from there and ultimately delete from there. So once these are combined, if I just go here and just hide that, we're left with, we'll see the wheels result, and we get the chair result. Here we go, in all its glory. If I have a look at this, it's actually using the merge polygon meshes, but it's also merging the text projections, and here we have merge material ID. So it's identifying all the original materials and then setting up how they should be distributed in the final mesh. So it's showing you the propagation of the UVs and materials to the final result. Now the same process was used for the desk in the room, and if I go just show you one of the desks here, here's the desk result. Oh, it's up here. There we go, and it also had its own UVs. We'll get rid of that now, so yeah, we can see how it was constructed. If I go into the final result side here, so it's also got a constraint acting upon it, and here we can see the copies. If I go, it was using a polygon mesh for its template. So now if I were to just bring this out, as we've seen before, the number of copies are based on the point cloud, and then you can see the distribution going along here. So this is a practical example of how to populate, in this case, an office with the individual elements, and how you can go back at any stage and make significant changes. Actually, here's a bit of fun. The materials are managed through a library here, and so we're just using like a string to identify each individual material, and here's the material ID. The benefit is this, if I go into the texture decal mode, is when dealing with say passes, you have to set up all the material overrides and such, but this way you could actually I'll have just one or two overrides, and we can switch between, say, the hardware rendering mode, the mental ray mode, and all it's dealing with is changing the material library setup rather than having to do the overrides on the whole thing. So a nice little side bonus there. Another one is to show that once you've set this up, it's not just a matter of populating it and letting go. Here we have a plane which is controlling another ice tree. If I probably zoom in a bit here. Actually, I'll switch back to texture decal. Now, if I were just to rotate this, this is actually going to be working on the polymesh of the result. Now, when it pushes in, it's not actually going to be, if I put it here, just scaling or anything. It's actually pushing the vertices, so it's keeping the side panel in the right dimensions, actually just squishing on here. So you can see how it's propagating all the way down here, and how it's using a push on the side and then squeezing up the final result. So even on the final mesh, you can still act upon it, because indeed it's just a bunch of points. It just happens those points were driven and created by ice modeling.